Dylan Faden, interview 2002. Extrapolated information. Additional slide. Designation hand. Is verified in its bureau procession. Unconfirmed existence of paranormal entity. Designation dog near. They found one dog corpse.
Hang in there. America overnight.
Did this guy turn into a dog? I mean, why wouldn't he? It's not like... That seems terribly impossible with all the other things that seem to be possible. Look at this. How weak is this shit? Oh, I missed him.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't welcome, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. So tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
To be fair, she was a massive bitch. That's so rude to keep asking him a question he could not even answer. That's literally just her seeing how aggressive he can get, I would assume. See if he's still a danger, which he proved. After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Dylan Faden, interview 2002. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Slat Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing. Like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The nut mother lived there with her. Babies, children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Jesse Fate. Therapy session 2010. What the fuck? The nut mother. They fed her. Fed them milk. Unconfirmed existence of an additional slight designation temper. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation not mother. Damn. Always a bunch of stuff, huh? That is some creepy thing there. Just a tiny house there. There more I missed. This is the most interesting part of the game right now, because we finally get we finally have so many story elements happening. We will find out the truth now. Ordinary AWE Stage 4. Point B. We went in and met Polaris, like a star. She told us where we were. She told us we were special. She made us special. It felt like being born, reborn. The world fading in for the first time. Familiar, but somewhat different. Jesse Faden. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. The young monkeys in the Nut Mother were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. I took all the slides and burned them. All of them except and Jesse Faden. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Polaris. Well, she's real, alright. At least as real as something can be you can't really see. The second slide we called the meter, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It's powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. Didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams everything was melting, and then when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Jesse Faden. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. Jesse Faden. We thought Neil had got lost into the meter when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Dylan Faden. Extrapolated information. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide destination meter. Damn, I wanna go through the slides.
Let's see what they have on ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Interesting. But why? Is it just to recreate what happened? Like, that's stage 4. This is a red house. Looks like it's important. Probably our house. Stage 3. Aw, tiny little cars. It's marked. It's probably the school. This is where the dump is. Probably stage 2. Stage 1. It's a little excessive. They could have just used a map, you know? Not sure why they would recreate the entire area. Ordinary AWE stage 3. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye bye, Mrs. Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. Dylan Faden. There was a tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Nut Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us up at the dump about everything. I remember wanting them gone like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. Just Faden. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result from slide projector related AWE. Jesus, so it was us. Was that Polaris? Trying to you know, sim for Jess? I can see Polaris being a young child and just seeing Jess' thoughts about wanting them all gone. And it'd be like, oh, I want to help my friends. And then just making them all disappear. It could be something else. It could be the slide projector just taking her thoughts and making them real. I don't think there's anything really hidden. What the fuck? That's rude.
found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
They probably, maybe this needs to be done. Like, it can only work when the circumstances are perfect. So they need to recreate the dump for the slide projector to work. That's how I could see why they did that.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What?
I don't know matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said
No
a few
matter.
times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse,
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
the industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused.
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse,
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Damn. So this is very recent. Like, we literally just came from the psychiatrist and came here apparently. Relative within the same year at least. She just said a certain time we should be there. So that could mean any time, actually. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. See interviews redacted and redacted for relevant information. And the obtained therapy session of Jess Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, Dylan Faden claims there were 8 slides for the project tour. Jess Faden mentioned 9 slides. The Bureau found 1 intact slide, designation 36, and the burned remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jess Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Notes: Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the ordinary tone dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, with their hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. Damn, that dump must be massive, I assume. So good luck trying to find a tiny little slide or another object of power. You will need hundreds of people for that. Going through each and every object. Damn, they actually did it. They pulled it all out.
The whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. pretty unbelievable.
I mean, cars, you can hide stuff. Dump cessation, what's that word? Dump cessation of work order. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effectively immediately. Resources will be allocated to the redacted department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Oh boy. Something must have happened. This is a big area. Globe supplement. This item was found in the penthouse suite at Toronto belonging to David Wolf, who was being investigated for illegal dealing and do I care now? So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich man married to a model, disappear overnight? That's a question that's kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police says it's being looked into some nutjob writer shows in the state claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati, but it's the reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote band paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. Oh, the globe! So he probably activated the globe. Somehow. People said that they feel weird whenever they touch the globe. And there are areas people have not been before. No, what have been before? Like new worlds apparently. Completely foreign areas. So I would assume he entered a new world. Okay, one more launch kill. Yes. Even got two of the rats. Really? It's gonna take a while. Didn't mean to fall. You're dying. Oh. How did I survive?
We should check that lab.
I just completely into there. We can activate that. Let's check the lab first. In the meantime, I need to get up here. Nice. Probably prime spot for a hidden item, hidden location. I guess not. Just floating down. Grab some healings. Thank you, game. Album covers. Rebirth. Old Gods of Asgard. I was 9 or something when I found my dad's Old Gods album. I became a huge fan instantly. Jazz Faden. I remember them playing songs in Alan Wake. If I'm not wrong, they had a really nice song there. I really enjoyed that.